The following may contain offensive language, adult humor, and or content that some viewers may find offensive. The views and opinions expressed by any one speaker does not explicitly or necessarily reflect or represent those of Mark Radulich or W2M Network. Please listen with caution, or don't listen at all.
What do you think of the new logo, the Damn You Hollywood logo, Jesse?
Oh, I love it. It looks great.
Right?
Is it, do we have the right amount of legs?
I can't promise. One guy looks like he might not have a head.
Well, hey, anything can happen in movies, so.
That's true. Yeah, I threw that into the old image generator. I messed around with it for a while, and as we begin with all of these podcasts, we have our new podcast logo. Now we just have to figure out all the themes and whatnot. And welcome back to Sessions, everybody. This is the Mark and Jesse experience where we are working on Radulich and Broadcasting Network, the album. And really, it's taken a turn that I didn't necessarily didn't expect. Because when we first started doing this, it's like, oh, let's take the moments. Let's take the moments and make songs out of them. And I feel like we did more dinosaurs, right?
More dinosaurs. Yep.
And that was a moment. But the last track 2, episode 2, we redid the on trial stuff, and that was motivated by the fact that the Night Court theme was getting us a copyright ding.
Right.
But I have for a while now wanted to redo Damn You Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two thoughts in mind. I want to redo the theme. I want to keep that same Hooray for Hollywood vibe, but I want it to be our own thing. I don't want to have to use copyrighted music anymore, even though I think now it's in the public domain. Like, it's not currently dinging anything, but who cares? Like, this is about making our own stuff here, Jesse. It's about our own stuff.
Right.
But I also, so with On Trial, right, we did the theme and then we just sort of extended it out and it became its own song, which everybody agrees that song is way seductive and committing, like,
so I've heard.
committing sexual charges, sexual crimes. But I want to do something a little bit different tonight because I want to do an isolated theme and then shut the door on that. And I want to do like a song, like an actual song. Like when we first envisioned the Radulich and Broadcasting Network, the album, we're like, let's do songs that represent the tone, the tenor, the theme of our podcast. And when we get there, because Damn You Hollywood, we could talk about that. But Damn You Hollywood has always been, I think, between me and Robert, and then Robert, me, and Hollywood, a very antagonistic relationship.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we are all about friction. We are all about, Robert and I call each other out. We call Hollywood out. That's like the whole podcast. So when I think about what is Damn You Hollywood, if I can go back.
Way back.
If I can go back. So as we've told the story a couple of times throughout different podcasts about where Damn You Hollywood came from. Originally, way back in the old-timey times, I went to go see a bunch of movies over the summer, and I wanted to talk about them since I was going to the movies anyway. So this is whenever I think it was Star Trek Into Darkness came out, Man of Steel. Like, my daughter was maybe 1 or 2 years old. So I'd been doing the Ground and Pound show for a little while now, and I'd made friends with a bunch of different guys from 411. And since I was going to the movies, I was like, let me see if one of these guys wants to review them with me. It's like in the afternoon, just an hour. And I think Jeff Harris stepped up because he was the movie review guy.
Uh-huh.
And I did that for one summer season. I just, like, the beginning of the summer season to the end of the summer season, we kind of covered all, like, the weekly, whatever the movie of the week was. And Jeff and I got along fairly well. We didn't argue too much during that period. But when it was done, and I didn't want to do it again. And then I took a few years off. And then I went to go see The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I loved it.
Oh, this is the Electro. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, this is the one with Jamie Foxx's Electro.
Jamie Foxx.
And I loved it. Pat Mullen was like, "It's an affront, I tell you. It's an affront to Spider-Man and Marvel fans, and I will not have this." And I was like, "It's the best representation of Spider-Man on film." Like I felt that strongly about it. Like I never thought up to that point there had been a better representation of Spider-Man in the movies. He could not have disagreed with me more. That being said, we decided to I have a podcast. Let's have this debate.
Let's have it out.
And I brought in the arbitrator of fairness, Robert Winfree. And so we created a debate between the two of us.
Birthday boy himself.
That's right. And it went well. It went well. We had ourselves a good discussion, and we liked it so much we decided we were going to keep doing it. Pat fell off shortly thereafter. Like he didn't last long. But Robert and I kept doing it, and we kept doing it, and at first it was just the major movies, and then as time wore on, we started to go weekly, and then I had some trouble with my finances one year, so we took the first quarter off and came back, I think, for Deadpool. I think it was that year. We took January, February, and March off. No, so it couldn't have been Deadpool. No, you know what it was? We came back for Logan. That's what it was.
Okay.
That was 2017. And then, I went crazy and started podcasting every night of the week, and we were doing synergy weeks and everything. But during that time, we didn't really know what to call this. It was just for a little while there, it was the 401 Movie Review Club. Then it was just the Radulich and Broadcasting Movie Review Club. The Summer Blockbuster Series is what we called it one year. And then I think it was during the podcast where we reviewed the Magnificent Seven that we were joking around, and I just kind of went, "Damn you, Hollywood!" And that's our name, "Damn you, Hollywood."
Yeah.
And
I remember that podcast. I remember listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. So this had to have been, at least prior to 2017, because I remember listening to it at my previous residence. So I don't know when specifically you guys came up with that, but what specific podcast it was. You just said it was 2016. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So but yeah, I can remember being outside, and that's a weird watershed moment that I can recall. Where were you when they shot Kennedy? I can recall where I was. I was taking the trash out on whatever night it was. Outside of the house, listening to the podcast when you guys came up with it. But anyway, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and so we became Damn You Hollywood from that point on.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while there, I think we used a couple of different iterations of Hooray for Hollywood. We started talking about finance sort of just to talk about it. It never had its own segment in the beginning. Those first couple of years, we brought stuff up because I think it was important to just discuss budgets, and it would bleed out of some of the discussions we were having about the movie. This isn't very good, yes, but it's doing very well, and we started taking the temperature of the movie going public throughout these. So we were talking about budgets, we were talking about worldwide grosses. We were doing a lot of digging into Box Office Mojo when that site was actually usable. And then eventually it just got its own segment because I would yell, "Here comes the money," and we would play Shane McMahon's theme. So that's how that came up. One podcast, I think we started in the beginning of it. I was like, "Robert, you got to see some of the reviews from Rotten Tomatoes. These are fucking hilarious." And I was reading them to drive him crazy, and I just kept doing it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then so the original theme of the Rotten Tomatoes segment was just what's his nuts screaming from The Office, screaming no. Yeah, I told him because it was kind of his segment. I was like, "Well, I need you to pick the theme. This is your deal. So just tell me what you want me to play." And he was like, "I got it for you." And he sends it to me, and I'm like, "All right." I was thinking music, but sure. Let's just have a guy scream no for no good reason. But it was Robert's sort of way of complaining about reviewers and going, like to read these reviews was to drive him absolutely mad, I tell you.
Oh yeah.
And then because I knew that was the case, I would be like, Robert, are you ready? What's led to the DX? Yeah, what's led to the DX thing, and that's how we ended up with that segment. So that's the genesis of how we got to where we are today. And then when we went to video, and I needed pictures, I initially found a picture. I've always thought the best representation of Damn You Hollywood was the Hollywood sign on fire.
Oh yeah,
which I did find. And then Alexis was like, I will make you art. Let me help. Let me be a part of this. So that's how we have the current theme that we have today. And now we are into the next iteration of Damn You Hollywood, the post AI generated music generation.
AI age has come upon us.
So our new logo is entirely AI generated from my mind, and we're gonna make music for it. So Jesse, you got any memories of Damn You Hollywood before we get into making the music?
No. Like I said, I mean, the big moment of you guys coming up with the title that sticks out in my mind. Listening to you, I mean, I've listened to just about every single one of them. I'm one of the guys that usually wants to see the movie before I listen to the review, obviously, because you guys are going to spoil it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
But anytime I catch the movie, I immediately go back and find the review so I can listen to it. What are the big episodes? I can already tell you that it's the Transformers episode, right?
Yeah.
Like
Transformers Age of Extinction. I just re-listened to that because epically every time I talk about it, it's like you would think Robert and I tried to kill each other on that show. It's not that bad. I made it worse than it really was.
Okay. All right.
Couple of things about that show. One, we did that on YouTube Hangout.
Nice. That's a throwback.
Yeah, we had to do that on YouTube Hangout because Blog Talk Radio did not work that night. You know how much trouble Blog Talk Radio gave us over the years, especially as we started to go into Spreaker, which I think was 2018. That last, and like I said, I think I was just telling you recently or telling somebody else, I just recently put up all of the Metal Hammer of Dooms, and those last dozen or so episodes are fucking unlistenable.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget. You took the night off when we did the first Scar Symmetry that I wanted to cover, and there was an echo that I mean, it was there for like the first half hour of the episode, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, I really dig this band. I want to review this thing, and my review sounds like shit. Yeah, boy, it was rough. It was rough.
I think historically, it's Metallica Hardwired to Self-Destruct that when I had to quit the podcast, that made me go to Sean and be like, I have to, either I'm going to not podcast at all, or I have to find another distributor because I can't do this anymore.
There's no way. There's no way.
Even some of the old episodes of Damn You Hollywood are unlistenable. Like, I just threw them up as they were because I didn't think to edit them at the time. And I was just in a rush to get all of this content back out, out of the archive. But I've gone back and listened to every single episode of Damn You Hollywood from the very beginning, and never mind the audio quality is crap on Blog Talk Radio. Like, we're using tin cans and fucking string.
Oh yeah, dude. Like you would call it. So you'd be hosting the podcast, and then the person would call in, and then somehow Blog Talk would drop the host, so the host got to call back in on the call-in line.
Blog Talk Radio was completely racist against Ben Cologne. He never had a good experience with calling in.
It was horrible. Yeah. It was horrible.
So that was one of the nights where Blog Talk Radio completely broke down, and like I wanted to do the show, and so we did it on Google Hangouts. And I listened back to it, and that's also a night where Melissa's like, I'm going to be a little late. I got the kids. I'm going to my mother's. I'm going to be home a little late. And a little late was 9:00 as I'm starting the Google Hangout after I've already lost my fucking mind because I can't get Blog Talk Radio to work. So the first little bit of the podcast is me ranting about how Melissa's late.
Oh, boy.
And I remember it too.
Oh boy.
It's no wonder we're getting divorced. By the way. Because she's next to me while this is all happening. She's like, because I start the Google Hangout with like, welcome to the Radulich and Broadcasting movie review, blah, blah, blah. And the door opens and I get a text going, will you help me with the kids? And I'm like, motherfucker.
What?
But the podcast, the podcast itself was basically Robert's like, it's too long. The movie's too long. And I'm like, all right, so what are you cutting? And he's like, cut everything with this character. I'm like, you can't cut Mark Wahlberg out of the movie, you nutcase. You know, he's like, cut everything with Stanley Tucci. He wanted to just like cut the whole fucking movie. It's like he didn't want to watch it. Is the real problem.
It's rough.
But yeah, that's a lot of that fight. Is him going, basically, it's too long. Cut this. I'm like, you can't. And we're the review itself is just us arguing over how would you edit this movie down to an even 2 hours. Deadpool is also one that I cite as being, particularly contentious. You got to understand, when Robert and I first started reviewing movies, he was an unchallenged genius, and I wasn't necessarily going into these with the most critical of minds either. So there's me who's just having a good time and enjoying them, and then there's him who, as near as I can tell, and I can't tell you this for total sure, but it feels like he had very strong opinions about movies and nobody ever said boo to him at all.
Okay.
So you have this unchallenged genius versus this guy who's not afraid to confront people and tell them when I think they're wrong. And we just fucking clashed on Deadpool. He was like, he's better now. We've both become better critics through the course of doing this, but iron sharpens iron. We made each other better. And one of the things that I think I was responsible for with him was he was very much of the, if I hate it, it's bad because I have the objective eye of God, So a lot of it was, I didn't like it. It's terrible. And I'm like, you didn't like it, period. That
was it.
Doesn't make it bad, sir. So there's a lot of him going, I didn't like Deadpool. This doesn't really touch me. So it's a bad movie. And I'm like, it's not a bad movie though. And here's why. Here are all the things that are good about it. And I'll never forget that podcast because my friend Tom, like one of my best friends, he heard it and he was like, why did you bully that guy? He was like, it was a hard podcast to listen to because you're clearly bullying him into changing his mind. And I'm like, and I went back and I listened to that one too. And I'm like, I don't think that's what happened here. But like I said,
did Winfree change his mind? There's no way. Like I couldn't see him possibly.
Go back and listen to it. He accepts more of my arguments than not.
Okay, all right. Well, accepting your argument's a different story.
Well, Robert very rarely admits when he's wrong. To begin with.
Look, I have a hard time doing that myself because, but the good thing is you just kind of, you move on past it. You just let bygones be bygones. I think
the difference between like you and me talking Back to the Future 2 and me and Robert talking about Deadpool are miles apart. You state your case. I go, I don't think that's true. And you're like, well, I'm not going to argue with you about it anymore. That was that whole podcast. Where Robert had to learn to do that. He didn't come to that naturally.
So you guys, a partnership. You guys have obviously grown together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I've said recently, I won't do Damn You Hollywood without him.
Yeah.
Like I'll continue to do triple features and on trials, but as far as like that new movie of the week thing, I won't do it with it. I won't do it consistently with anyone else.
Yeah. And any idea, like off the top of your head, like some of the most listened to episodes?
On audio only or on YouTube?
Wherever you want to go. Don't trust YouTube though, because your guys are throwing those numbers up there that are people who are looking to watch the movie, and the 9,000 Indian people log in and leave comments. And
I can quick look at the stats and tell you. Now it's not going to be a completely accurate stat because Spreaker only will go back so far.
I don't want to talk about Spreaker, but
yeah, we're all kind of annoyed with Spreaker right now. So it'll go back right now. It'll go back as far as October 1st of 2022. So it's got 2 years worth of data I can look at.
Okay.
And the most listened to Damn You Hollywood in the last 2 years that I can see is SpongeBob the movie Sponge on the Run.
Animation is where it's at, it feels like.
Yeah, that was me and Alexis, by the way. the re-airing of Moana. That's a close
Okay.
second. Yeah, believe it or not. Let's see. Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Okay. Yep.
Fast X from 2023. Oh, look, something that's
Oh.
actually like
Oh.
somewhat new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that had 100. That's currently it's got 130 listens. It looks like. Yeah,
Nice.
130 total downloads. Um, those Fast and the Furious fucking reviews are also hilarious.
I love listening to Winfree get upset about physics. It's one of my favorite things to hear him get so mad about how we're supposed to accept like cars flying in the air like it is. And yeah, those are fun.
A couple of my favorite moments just off the top of my head, because we reviewed a lot of movies, and especially since I started clipping some stuff out for TikTok, some stuff stays a little more fresh in my head. But Tomorrowland, when he started to talk about his clinical depression,
Oh yeah,
that's
I
one of my
remember
favorite.
that one.
When Winfree shows his real boy side, when he's not a sarcastic, sardonic robot, and he actually acts like a human being and he's vulnerable. Those are some of my favorite Winfree moments. The Tomorrowland one, when he talked about his clinical depression, that was one of them. Us constantly fighting about Minions versus the year that Minions made more money than Inside Out.
Inside Out.
That was hilarious. I'll never, because he gave you such shit about that for months on end.
I thought, and because of that, I was just in a recent box office challenge and chose the Minions to beat out Inside Out. I think everybody probably expected that to happen. They didn't expect Inside Out 2 to do what the Minions movie did, and that was completely backwards. Inside Out 2.
This year, Inside Out 2 beat the Minions. But Minions 4 or Minions 3, whatever one we're up to. No, this was Despicable Me 4. Is what
Despicable
happened.
Me. Oh yeah, that's right. This is not Minions, but it's Minion related, Minion adjacent.
Either way, so anyway, another I don't remember which podcast it was, but I was getting in Winfree's ass about something, and he finally snapped at me, and and was like, "I'm on this podcast. I'm going to say what I want," and I'm like, "All right, sorry."
Yeah, poke the bear, Radulich.
Well, he would do things like he would say something, and I'm like, "Why are you bringing that up? That's stupid." And I would do that to him a lot, and he would somewhat change what he would say and why he was saying it. But he did get to a point where he was like, "No, this is important. Shut the fuck up." And I'm like, all right, sorry."
Good for him.
There are some absolute dogs of reviews, and part of it was we were not feeling well. I think Mortal Kombat has to be the worst review we've ever done in terms of you would not know we were friends. He was having dental pain, and so this has got to be 20. This is after
right during the pandemic, right? You guys are talking about the one that released on Max, HBO Max.
Yeah, so it's 2021.
Okay.
And I haven't started taking injections yet to fix my immune system. So my mouth is completely fucked up. So he's having dental pain. I'm having dental pain. I'm like trying to recover with no immune system from chemo and cancer. And that was the night. It was like me, him, Alexis, and I think Jason. This was the new Mortal Kombat movie. So it was only a couple years ago. And I kept making like dick jokes. Like, oh, Mortal Kombat starring Long Duck Dawn, starring enormous genitals. And Robert, on his best day, isn't a huge fan of my sexual humor. When he has no patience, it's even worse. And he fucking like yelled at me on the podcast, and I think I accepted it at that time because I knew how much pain he was in. But there have been other times where he got real nasty with me, and I had to tell him, I'm like, if you continue to act this way, not only will we not do this podcast anymore, but we won't be friends. Whew. I'm not going to put up with your bullshit.
Goodness.
Oh yeah, we've had some over the years. We have definitely like been ready to like fight each other on occasion.
Spats, as they say.
Yeah, look, every good relationship has them. I love Robert to death. I take a bullet for the guy, but he can be a lot, just like I can be a lot. This was supposed to be for fun, and he would get abusive at times. And they were like, I'm not going to put up with this. Like, I just won't do this with you anymore. It's fine.
Dark
on the other
days. My goodness.
on the other hand, we've had some really great moments. I'll never forget that Banshees of Inisherin show. That was part of a larger Best Picture contenders podcast.
Mhm.
I mentioned this to Neil and Chris the other day. I said Alexis had to feel like the lone straight girl in a threesome with two gay guys. Like, why am I here? Because we're talking. Because if you've ever seen the Banshees of Inisherin, if you listen to that podcast, it talks about the nature of friendship, and Robert starts talking about how there's a difference between like all of us in our online. Now, you and I have met in person, but
Nice shirt, by the way.
thank you. um, Jesse and I saw Rage Against the Machine together.
And you picked that shirt up, if I remember correctly.
I did at that show in Ohio.
That's right.
So long story short, and then we can get into making music. Sorry, I got distracted by different things.
I derailed him. Friendship.
Yes, friendship.
Or whatever.
Sorry. Yeah, the Banshees of Ed Sheeran. So he's talking about like the nature of friendship and everything, and he's like, I've never met you in person, and and while I treasure this friendship and I value it, there's a big difference between what we're doing, real life friendship versus online friendships, virtual friendships.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And I don't disagree with that. And I got it. But I think we both recognize that the friendship that we do have, such as it is valuable and one that we want to continue having. You have any other questions about Damn You Hollywood? Because like I said, that show was, oh my God, I got to talk about this. The podcast that actually broke W2M. So for those that don't know, W2M Network is not my thing. It's Sean Garmer's thing. It started out as Wrestling to the Max, and then he brought in a bunch of different people and over the years has had a bunch of different shows. And he's also a 401 Mania guy. So he was doing like wrestling and video games, and we started doing like content exchanges where I would take all of his wrestling and video game stuff and I would give him all my movie and TV show stuff and Metal Hammer of Doom. And then I quit Blog Talk Radio and I went on to StreamYard. And he was paying for an unlimited account, and I used the non-unlimited account. And we ran it. There were at least 2 different times we hit the data cap on.
Oh my gosh, the
Breaker.
data cap. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
Yeah, where it was like tapping an old feed, and it suddenly filled up with a bunch of podcasts from Blog Talk Radio or something. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, we kept doing that. So anyway, so. It was that. So eventually I went to Sean and I'm like, hey, why don't you just bring me into W2M and I will just give up having my own feed. And I said, I don't necessarily want to be like part and parcel of how this operation works. I kind of want to be Hawaii. And I just want to do my own thing and I will pay you rent. That worked fine for a while. And then the guys that he had a part of this were like, let's make this a real business. You're a huge part of it. You're a big content provider. You have to be a part of it too. So we brought in somebody else, and then they wanted to run it like a television network where we couldn't have podcasts going on at the same time, which was retarded because it's not like you don't have television shows going on at the same time. Like TNN and TNT both operate at the same time and both have television shows. I don't know why this was a problem, but they were like, we don't want to have competing podcasts. And which brings me to the night that Robert and I broke this company because we reviewed The Northman. And I was going through like the poly, the stuff that would eventually lead to me and Melissa splitting up. So I was not in a good headspace at the time. And like, we just talked about our friendship and we talked about the podcast and we were just talking about life, the universe and everything. And eventually 3 hours into it, we got to The Northman. And it was good. I needed it. It was therapeutic.
Therapy.
It was one of my favorite podcasts because one, we loved the movie. We had a lot of really positive things to say about it, but also like, I just needed to talk to my friend. And then we get off the thing and like everybody quit the network. They were
I remember this.
Eric and all of them were fucking furious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Eric had some real problems with me. He didn't like my attitude. He didn't like the way I handled things. And, they thought I was pushing too much content at the time, which maybe I was. Who knows? So yeah, The Northman's a pretty infamous spot, infamous Damn You Hollywood. Because Jesus Christ, if one podcast was going to break the network, it was going to be Damn You Hollywood.
Oh my gosh.
Over the years, we've had a lot of guests on Damn You Hollywood. You and Ronnie were. Do you remember the one that you were on where I fucked up the sound and didn't record you and Ronnie? And you had,
Wait, and it was we released it because it was just you talking to us, but you couldn't hear us at all. Oh yes,
and
I
then
remember that.
And then you edited out all the you truncated the silence, so you edited out you and Ronnie.
Yes.
It was so it's 20 minutes shorter, and it's just me laughing at myself the entire time. I think that was too rare. Robert was on like a rafting trip, I think, that week. That's
right.
One. That's a good
this
one.
Was this Turtles or something? Like, I feel like he was out because
you came on for a Ninja Turtles movie.
Okay, all right. Yep, I remember that.
Jason and I have done a bunch just by ourselves because Robert wasn't interested or whatever. Ronnie and I would do some just, because at Ronnie's suggestion. So like he wanted to do The Last Night, he wanted to do The Green Knight. So that's just me and Ronnie. Gosh, Alexis thought she was one of the co-hosts for a while. Alexa started asking to be on the show and then wouldn't go away for like years. and then would say, like, do I have to do this one? I'm like, you don't have to do any of these. Who asked you to be here? So yes, she presumptuous bitch. That's the term she used.
Oh my goodness.
That was her term, not mine. That she told herself that when she thought she was hosting Asher's
so hard. Don't be so hard on yourself. Come on now.
So anyway, anything else about Damn You Hollywood before we get into all this?
No, man. I mean, this is it's one of the staples.
Yeah.
I think
it's the mothership, baby.
It is. It really is. I mean, because when there's discussion in our chat just amongst us, which is, we're all fans of each other's stuff. We try to listen as much as we can.
Sure.
And everybody's listening. Everybody has something to say usually about Damn You Hollywood. So it is, as far as flagship goes, yeah, everybody knows about this show and just about everybody listens to it. So, but yeah, man, I'm glad we get to work on making an intro for it.
All right. So let's switch gears here. I'm going to share with you now. Again, I have two sets of lyrics. I told you this off air.
Right.
So I have two sets of lyrics. One is for the Damn You Hollywood theme, which I want to do kind of like a satire parody recreation of Hooray for Hollywood. So this very first thing is I want to keep the same tone. I want to keep the same style of the original Hooray for Hollywood, which, by the way, I figured out how to do this podcast three episodes into this. Hooray for Hollywood is a popular song featured in the 1937 movie Hollywood Hotel, which has since become, together with That's Entertainment and There's No Business Like Show Business is No Business I Know, the staple soundtrack element of any Academy Award ceremony. It is frequently played during non-American movie ceremonies like the French Caesar Awards. The popularity of the song is notably due to an exciting and memorable melody and lyrics by Johnny Mercer, which references the American movie industry and satirizes the desire to become a Hollywood movie star. Very fitting for us, I thought.
Okay.
So I have lyrics for that. I want to keep with that. So just kind of compartmentalize this, but I'll tell you that Dave Wright, one of our frequent collaborators on here, sent me lyrics for Damn You Hollywood, and that's what I want to use for the Damn You Hollywood like heavy metal song that we're going to do in the second part. So right now, let's just work on creating a new Damn You Hollywood theme based on our old one.
Okay. All right. Now, real quick, before you said, are you going to share screen or something? Or you mentioned share. I didn't know if you meant share screen or if you just share what you're telling us about.
All right. So like, here is what this is what I did with ChatGPT. I wrote lyrics for Hooray for Hollywood. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are sold by the bag with endless glitz and I don't know I don't know.
I have no idea what Suno's going to do. So you go right ahead and just spit out what you want to spit out.
I'm going to try to sing through this, but with endless glitz and glamour and a spotlight on the rag, from recycled plots to heroes who don't grow, the cliches are endless and the scripts are always low. Hooray for Hollywood, where talent takes a back seat, where every great performance is just a recycled beat. Oh, how we adore the way they recycle the same old score. Hooray for Hollywood, it's a wonder and a bore. Hooray for Hollywood, where stars are living large, and mansions with their servants and their credit cards in charge. With fame that's fleeting, but their egos never change, where everyone's a genius except the ones who really arrange. Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell, where every whispered secret is a new tabloid's tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more. You'll find no deep emotions, just explosions and romance, and every movie's magic comes from a robot's dance.
Okay, all right.
Yet we cheer and we applaud for each predictable scene in the land of endless sequels where they never miss a dream. Hooray for Hollywood, where originality's gone, rebooting every classic till the magic's all withdrawn. With stars who never age and plots that always freeze, they'll keep us watching mindlessly with every made-up tease. Hooray for Hollywood, where the shallow always wins, where every shallow triumph is a victory within. Oh, how we adore the glamour and the glitter and the roar. Hooray for Hollywood, we're still asking for some more. All right, you want me to send that to you?
Yes, you do. Please.
All right, you want me to put it in the chat here, or where do you want me?
Wherever you want. Wherever you want. I've got both of them.
Where would you like me to shove it in, Jesse?
Oh, put it in the chat hole.
All right, it's in the private chat here.
Okay, got it.
You know what? I don't think it'll let me put the whole thing in there.
Wow, it won't.
Nope.
Character limit.
Let me go to Facebook.
All right, then.
So what do you think of that?
So that was good. That was good stuff. What was the last? It's been a couple months since we last recorded, right?
It's been 2 months, yes.
Okay, all right. So just AI technology does not stop improving, and Suno wants to keep their customers around. So guess what? There's been some improvements to Suno, or some features that have been added. Now, granted, they may not be.
Welcome to the infomercial part of our podcast, where Jesse's going to tell you on Suno.com. And if you act now, they may not be like the most useful for us tonight. We'll see. We may run into a situation where we need it, but there's a couple big things that actually are a lot of people have been asking for. I'll go ahead and just share my screen here real quick. You got anything before I share my screen that you wanted to? No, I sent you the lyrics in Messenger.
Got them. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. No, I'm not. There. Present. Every time I click on present and go up to share screen disappears. That's stupid.
Perfect.
There. Got it. I got it. All right. We'll go to entire screen. Do this one. Share the audio. Boom. Okay. All right. So just, here's Suno. And as you can see down here by my name, folks, we're working on the album, which is under my profile. You guys should be able to find it if you type in the suno.com/Disnarchy. Should be easy. But just real quick, just to show you a couple of the things that they've come up with. On September 12th, they came up with covers. So you can take a song that you created and you can make a cover of it under a different genre. Now, sometimes when I was messing around with it, sometimes the result was like very similar to what it was originally. However, I've had some really amazing results. Like I took a heavy metal song that I created and turned it around into like a slow, I want to say, think of like your R&B rap artist, female vocalist, and she slowed it way down and it sounded unreal. It sounded great.
Wow.
So you could take songs that you did and reimagine them, which is pretty cool. And then we have exclude styles, which is just essentially something that you keep hearing in the generation that you get. Maybe you don't want it in there. You can go down and actually tell it to exclude whatever it is you don't want to hear. I haven't used it, so if it becomes a situation tonight, we can. We also have, I'm not going to, Sunoversity, that's something that they're running. Crop songs. So we have run into plenty of situations on this podcast where the song would not end. I want it to end. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
I would have, and sometimes you would see people on Reddit where they had to type end. And when you looked at the lyrics of the song, it was just this guy continually telling the song to end. And finally he would get it to end.
Okay.
So now you don't have to worry about that. You hear the song, you can crop it, you're done. Beautiful enhancement. And then finally, we have replace section. Actually, no, not finally, because there's one more replace section. So sometimes you have those situations where the AI will make some type of hallucination. It doesn't sound right. Well, you can go in there and you
What
can
was the one
grab
from
that
More
section.
Dinosaurs where we were like, what the fuck did it just say?
Right. So you could go in there and find that section and actually look at what lyrics are corroborating or lining up with that.
What's the
And
one
you
where
can
we laughed hard during Bad Man Sid?
Oh my goodness, I do not remember.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't that. It was one of the ones you did for the Metal Hammer of Doom for the games we played, where it was like for Enter Sandman. You know, it was just like it, it was like
I wish I could remember. Oh my gosh.
my god, it was so funny.
There-
We laughed hard at that, but it was something
They
like
will make up shit like you just don't understand how it comes up with this stuff. There was that one we kept running into on the previous episode, I think, where it would start, get all the way down, and it would, then all of a sudden it would start reading back up here again.
Right. It didn't
and
go
you
through
needed
we missed critical portions of the lyrics because it kept like leaving.
And
then
what
we were so far into
exactly
doing it, I didn't want to redo anything. But yeah, it wouldn't miss entire sections of the song.
Right. So this was 10 days ago. And then there was this, which I thought was pretty neat. You can only do this through the Suno app on your phone, which is pretty cool. Introducing Suno scenes. So you could just upload a picture and tell it maybe a style of music that you want. And it will indeed play a song or create a song based off of that picture. The night that I was sick, I was just telling you about Tuesday, I went upstairs, took my temperature with a thermometer, and I took a picture of it. It said 99.7 degrees. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I want to send that to Mindy or whoever, hey, I got a fever. I got dad flu or whatever. But anyway, a couple days when I found this out on the Suno app, I just uploaded a picture of that thermometer and I gave it some context. I didn't write down the words 99.7, and the first words of the song were 99.7, which was pretty neat. So it read the picture and the numbers on the thermometer and created a song on it. So, well, yeah, that's pretty neat. Nice. There you go. That's an update on all the fun little things that we can do right now with Suno. They made it a little bit better. So what we've got to do is we've got to come up with a genre. Right, and by the way, I was taking wrestling. I was taking wrestling promos and before we were getting on here and throwing them in here and making songs out of them.
Please take the one from the Ultimate Warrior with the two pilots.
I've been running around doing no sleep, no food, only maniacism. That
nice. All right. So Hooray for Hollywood is a song that falls under the genre of classic pop and big band. So that's where we're going to start and see if it'll take 1930s as a genre.
I'm certain it would. Big band. It'll take any word you can think of.
Okay.
Think of another word that describes it.
Well, I gave you three.
Okay.
Classic
you don't
pop.
Give me something else.
Classic. Listen to me now. Classic pop, big band in 1930s.
Got it. All right. I've got it.
Okay.
All right. And then gotta grab our lyrics.
I hope this doesn't sound too close to More Dinosaurs. It's like why are the metal guys constantly doing like big orchestral pieces?
Well, let's see what we get here.
All right, you got the
All
lyrics.
Right, so there's everything.
Yep.
And then we're going to call this Damn You Hollywood
theme. Let's not get ourselves confused.
Theme. And create. All right.
Spell Hooray for Hollywood, but it's RAE. Hooray.
Oh, goodness.
All right, what do we got, Jesse?
All right, well, our first one's getting completed here. Let's take a listen.
I already love it.
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are sold by the bag.
Oh my
with
goodness.
Endless glitz and glamour and the spotlight on a rag. From recycled plots to heroes who don't grow. The cliches are endless and the scripts are always low. Hooray for Hollywood, where talent takes a back seat, where every great performer.
It's still generating.
So it's still slow, by the way. That needs to be picked up just a bit. It needs to be just a bit.
Just to be a little bit faster. I got it.
A little bit faster. Yeah, it needs
All
more
right.
energy. It needs to be a little bit fast, more up tempo.
Let's see what our second one sounds like. Here. Still need to be a little bit more up tempo.
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are sold by the bag, with endless glitz and glamour and the spotlight on a rag.
Okay. Up tempo, bombastic.
Bombastic.
Yeah. You
All
said
right.
this goes better with the more words I add. So.
Oh yeah, I got to spell them right too.
You know, I mean, you've heard Hooray for Hollywood enough times when you start the show. That's what I want.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Let's see what we get.
It was only the 2 iterations, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was only 2. All right, here we go. Damn you, Hollywood theme. Take 2.
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are sold by the bag, with endless glitz and glamour and the spotlight on a rag. From recycled plots to heroes who don't grow, the cliches are endless and the scripts are always low. Hooray for Hollywood, where talent takes a back seat, where every great performance is just a recycled beat. Oh, how we adore the way they recycle the same old score. Hooray for Hollywood, it's a wonder and a bore.
All right, what are you thinking?
It's not bad. I mean, first of all,
All
I
right.
love. It's such a weird thing about me, like the metal guy, but I love all of these. But it's still like I'm not. There's so much energy at the start of our show, you know.
Okay, well, maybe what we could do here is throw up tempo in the front, see if it lands on that, because it definitely feels like it's going with classic pop and big band. That you could definitely get those
Sinatra's about to run in here and call somebody a fat fuck is what's about to happen.
All right, here's the second one.
Pasta. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are sold by the bag, with endless glitz and glamour and a spotlight on a rag. From recycled plots to heroes who don't grow, the cliches are endless and the scripts are always low. Hooray for Hollywood, where talent takes a backseat, where every great performance is just a recycled beat. Oh, how we adore the way they recycle the same old score. Hooray for Hollywood, it's a wonder and a bore. Hooray for Hollywood.
This is good.
Where stars
I like
are
this one.
living large in mansions with their servants and their credit cards in charge, with fame that's fleeting, but the egos never change. Where everyone's a genius except the ones who really arrange. Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell, where every whispered secret is a new tabloid's tell.
I like that.
Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Good.
You'll find no deep emotions, just explosions and romance. And
Stop.
every movie's
We cut it at where less is always more. We just cut it where less is always more.
Like as in where that's the end?
Yeah.
We can do that. We could try. So let me figure out how to crop songs here. I think what we need to do. So this is it. Go over here. 3-dot it. Edit. Crop song. So where less is always more.
Yeah. I think
it
first of all, we're at
should show me
35
the
seconds.
lyrics.
That's plenty.
Okay. So should be able to just select in here.
And their credit cards in charge with fame that's fleeting, but the egos never change. Where everyone's a genius, except the ones who really arrange.
Right here.
Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell. Where every whispered secret is a new tabloid's tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Oh man, I don't know how well this is going to sound though. Okay, so shit. Or is it there? All right, so select a section.
Do you agree with that edit though? I feel like one again we're at 31. No, we're at a minute and 31 seconds when that happened.
Well, no,
That's
no, I messed. I hit some shit. So I think
Jesus Christ, Jesse.
Where every whispered secret is a new tabloid's tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Okay, 1 minute 28 seconds. Now what I got to figure out is I got to figure out how to crop, which that's what we're doing. So do I just grab here and select? Oh, look, it highlights that. Sweet. Whee! Well, shit, could I have done this over here? No. Well, sweet. I just grabbed it one up. Damn. All right, so we got to make sure. I'd love for it to end before it gets right to that trumpet or horn that's about to play. Mm-hmm. So let me see. Oh, shut up. Here we go.
Where less is always more.
Well, that almost sounds okay. Like,
yeah,
that's the end of the song.
Way it is. Don't.
Where less is always more.
That actually sounds good.
Print.
Okay, let's crop. So select a section to keep.
Yep.
All right. Now let me. Excuse me. All right. Now what I got to figure out how to crop this shit. So crop song. Just hit that. That's probably the best way. Hit that, and let's see what happens.
Yep.
So we should have 1 minute 28 seconds. Let me forward here.
The endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Yeah, I'm not too fancy on the end there, but I mean, it's up to you if you like that.
It's the beginning of a podcast. You're already annoying people with how long this is. I think it's fine.
Are you going to take this and like? Okay, are you going to take this and do some stuff to it anyway? Like once I send it to you, are you going to kind of fade it out or do anything like that? If not, that's fine. I didn't know if you were. You can do that. Like, I mean, when I send this as an MP3, you should.
If you had left more in there, you didn't leave me anything to cut at the end. Like it kind of has to be fine the way it is, because it's literally
okay.
Like, hit it again at that very end.
Okay, hold on.
It would, where less is always more.
I got nothing to work with. Like it's fine.
All right, as long as you're okay with that.
You seem dissatisfied.
Well, I am. I don't. Here's my thing. As it sits, I feel like I could go in there, not on this, but as afterwards, I can go in there and I can cut at least a tiny little bit off the end. I don't like the way that it sounds like right at the end. This is just me.
Do it again.
But it cuts. Okay.
Hollywood, where less is always more.
I think I cut into that damn horn.
Yeah, like I want more of that horn that you cut out.
Right. Let me go back.
That's the problem, is it's too short. It's not long enough.
So what do we do here? We went to crop. And that was 1 minute 28.
Yeah, so go to make 1 minute and 30.
1 minute 28. All right, let me hear what we got here. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hit play.
Where less is always more. You'll find.
Boy, it's really close. Let me try. I wish. What the hell
Like,
is
if you
this?
could-
This
like,
is the
if you-
stupidest thing.
Like,
Go
if
ahead.
you could, like, I know that if you sent me the audio, I could go into like Wave Writer. I can go into WavePad, and I could
DC
really
time
drill down, and I could cut it perfect. At
Well,
least
then this
you
would be
gave
what it
me a
is.
little extra
You want a little
fat to
bit
work
more.
with
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
than
All
what
right,
you gave
listen.
me originally, which is no
Less
fat.
is always more. You'll find.
Yeah,
Let me just see if.
back it up like a second. Like I said, like a minute. It should end at a minute and 30, not a 31, not 29. I make a minute and 30.
Where less is always more.
All right, hold on. 28.8. I think that's where I was before.
Where less is always more.
Ah. All right, let me take this down to 0.6.
Where less is always more.
It's too much or too much cut off.
You had it. Leave it. Stop. You had it at 6. You keep going back to 8.
I'm trying to get there.
There you go. Perfect.
That's my mouth. All right, let me try this.
Less is always more.
Perfect.
Okay,
Leave
that's
it.
it.
Just
That's
stop
it.
touching it. For the love of God,
Drop
it's
the
already
song.
ready to. It's already ready. Stop touching
I think
it.
that's what it was though before. I feel like it might be cutting stuff off though in the crop process. Let's find out.
Okay.
For some more.
What? Fuck was that? Wait.
What the fuck did you
that
do,
played up there.
Jesse? We're gonna kill you.
That was funny.
Pray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
It's in the process. All right, hold on. Let's try this one more time. So that's not me screwing up. What's happening is Suno is chopping it off a little bit more than what we actually
So
hear.
maybe go to, like I
So-
said, go to 3.
Yeah, we're going to do exactly what
we
you
had
said.
it at
Don't worry.
6. Maybe go to 0.8. Go to 0.8, and then let it cut
Okay.
that part off.
I'm gonna crop it.
You look like, wow, they are way meticulous.
Well, we need to get to it. This is what Sessions is all about, though.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
is the engineering
this
process in
is-
real time.
Right. All right. So you said you're thinking that was
0.8.
0.6, 0.9,
We
0.8.
leave it at 0.9. It's fine. Because you want to
Okay.
give it now a little extra fat to cut.
Okay. There it is. Crop it.
Okay.
We went to 0.8, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what happens. And at
I'm gonna
very
wanna hear the
least,
whole.
we'll do.
I'm gonna want to hear the whole thing again.
Well, we will, but let's get the end. I got to
Sure.
get this end right.
Hollywood, where less is always more.
Boom.
There it is. That's
Boom.
it. That is it.
That
All right,
is
let's
it.
listen to this thing. Here it is. The finished Damn You Hollywood theme.
Yes.
Here we go.
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are sold by the bag, with endless glitz and glamour and a spotlight on a rag. From recycled plots to heroes who don't grow. The cliches are endless and the scripts are always low. Hooray for Hollywood, where talent takes a backseat, where every great performance is just a recycled beat. Oh, how we adore the way they recycle the same old score. Hooray for Hollywood, it's a wonder and a bore. Hooray for Hollywood, where stars are living large in mansions with their servants and their credit cards in charge, with fame that's fleeting but the egos never change, where everyone's a genius except the ones who really arrange. Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell, where every whispered secret is a new tabloids tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Oh, that's good. That's
All
good
right, I think
stuff.
we got it, man.
I'm cut
It's
in print.
probably
That's
too
going to
long by half, but that's okay.
Oh, you're gonna put that shit like straight up at the beginning and let it play all the way through.
That was
Yeah,
the plan.
I understand.
Yes.
Okay,
Like it really
gotcha.
should. Like I didn't think through this. It really should have been about 30 seconds. But it's fine. You know what? The Damn You Hollywood experience is the experience of taking your time.
So it's so funny. I mean, you talk about intros. I've given a lot of thought about intros for my podcast, and
Have you?
I've given some, yeah, and I've got plenty of them on here too that I've never even used. But um, I have grown to appreciate the like 5-second opening like
Oh,
guitar
yeah.
strum, and I'm just like, oh shit, that's perfect. Just get me in
Dude,
there. I
Jim
almost
Cornette-
did that for a few.
Jim Cornette used to come into No More Mr. Nice Guy, and it was just like, it was like a few bars of the song, and then we were like, "Hello, you're welcome to the Jim Cornette experience." Fuck Dave Meltzer. Like, all right, I will tell you this, but way back in the day, where I was really like, I really wanted, I had Hooray or another iteration of Hooray for Hollywood, and it went a while. And I remember one of my friends was like, "Your intro's too long." I was bored by the time we got to the beginning of the podcast. I was like, "All right, I can't help that you have attention deficit disorder."
Ouch.
I'm gonna go ahead and double down. We're gonna in my logic brain tells me it's too long. It needed to be 30 seconds, but I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck it. I
You
want
could
it the way it is.
you could always grab like the last two, like from here to here, maybe verse 2 and the chorus, and then
Well,
cut
hang
off the
on.
other stuff.
Well, okay. Just play that. How about just play that much of it?
Okay. Let me see what I can do here. Where are we at?
Great performance is just a recycled beat. Oh, how we adore the way they recycle the same old score.
We're here.
Hooray for Hollywood.
We got a nice little part, I think, in between here.
Hooray for Hollywood, where stars are living large in mansions with their servants and their credit cards in charge, with fame that's fleeting but the egos never change, where everyone's a genius except the ones who really arrange. Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell, where every whispered secret is a new tabloids tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
So here's
my problem. That's fine. That's a fine 30 seconds. It also doesn't really capture what Damn You Hollywood is, though, because that's more a commentary about the culture of Hollywood than what we do. Like, if you go back to like the top of the lyrics for a second.
Okay. You want to play it, or you want to?
Hooray for Hollywood, where dreams are so. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe the whole fucking thing here is more of that. You know what? Okay, I'm dumb.
Okay.
Give me those. Let's crop this again and just crop out that 30 seconds.
Okay, now here's the thing.
30 seconds from the end, back from the end.
Okay, 30 seconds back from the end. So that's going to put us right about.
Well, give me that verse and chorus. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I got you. It's a little bit more than 30 seconds, just to give you a heads up.
Okay, that's fine. It can be like 35 to 38 seconds.
Starts right at 48 and then goes to a minute 28. So that's about what, 40 seconds, 50 seconds.
That's fine.
So
that's
okay,
let's crop it. Better than it was. Because here's what I'm thinking. I remember now when I went and I put these lyrics together, I was like, I want to do that same kind of satire. I said that at the time. I want to do the same kind of satirizing of Hollywood, which is exactly what the song is. I'm now, because my brain went in a whole other direction. It's like, no, it has to be more Damn You Hollywood. Yeah, we're not there yet. I'm stupid. Leave me. Just tell me to shut up. It's fine the way it is.
All right, so let's do 48. And then from here on out. So let's hear. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's see what it
Hey, hit it.
starts.
Race for Hollywood.
Okay.
Nope.
Might need to go back just a smidge. All right. Back up your ass.
Why don't you go to the where it gets really quiet? Start it there.
Will,
The race for Hollywood.
Oh, no.
Where stars are living.
I was gonna say that starts here. I don't know what happens here when it gets quiet. It must be while we just passed
Start
it.
it again. Just start it again. From where you had it.
The race for Hollywood.
Good.
Where stars are living large in mansions with their servants and their credit cards in charge, with fame that's fleeting, but the egos never change, where everyone's a genius except the ones who really arrange. Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell, where every whispered secret is a new tabloids tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Done. Crop.
All right.
Perfect.
Crop song. Now be prepared. We might have to go back into it in just a second because you know how Suno is.
We're at this at an hour. We have still have a whole other song to create.
Oh, wah. I can't wait. Are we going to like really flourish Dave's up? Because I want to. I mean, I want to add guitar solos. I want to put commands in there. We need to do that. Okay, let's take a listen.
Hooray for Hollywood, where stars are living large. Hooray for Hollywood, West for Hollywood.
Look, I'm all right with it.
What are you doing?
Hooray for Hollywood.
Stop.
I'm rewinding. Do you hear that? Do you hear the horn at the beginning?
Go back and start it again, please. I didn't know what you were doing there.
I kept listening to it over and over.
Okay.
Hooray for Hollywood.
It's fine.
You hear it? All right.
Okay.
Where stars we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for
I wasn't going to let it play. We've heard it 9 times already. We know what it sounds like. I'm just checking to see what it sounds, or making sure the crop is all good.
Can I please hear the goddamn song?
Can I please hear the song? All right, you ready?
Yes. Go to the back to the beginning.
You want me to hit play? All right.
I want you to hit the beginning.
Here we go.
Hooray for Hollywood, where stars are living large in mansions with their servants and their credit cards in charge, with fame that's fleeting, but the egos never change, where everyone's a genius except the ones who really arrange. Hooray for Hollywood, where the scandals always sell, where every whispered secret is a new tabloids tell. Oh, how we adore the endless red carpet galore. Hooray for Hollywood, where less is always more.
Yeah. Now, did the end fuck up? Hold on.
No,
let's listen to the end.
No.
Where less is always more.
You heard that, right?
Give it to me again.
Less is always more.
Now, I didn't crop shit.
It's fine.
I didn't go anything up. All right, then.
Just so we're gonna be here all
I don't want you to accept an imperfect product. However, here's the thing. You said you have a way of nailing it down, right? Like you can crop shit off on your own. Like if I send you the full song, you can just grab
it's back
the
that there's not enough there for me to crop.
No, I send you the full one that we have.
Oh.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like the one that we've been trying to crop with this unsuccessfully already. We'll just send you the full song and you can go in there and take that whole front off.
Or just take this one. It's fine.
Oh, really? All
Yeah.
right. All right, then.
Hooray for Hollywood.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to add this to the playlist.
Okay.
And I'll need the art for this as well. So I know you said you generated art for
it's the background that we have tonight.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and add this There it is. Radulich
Here, I will
and broadcasting
go
the
ahead and
album.
send it to you. Okay.
Playlists.
Hooray for Hollywood. It's catchy, isn't it? Hooray for
I do
Hollywood.
like it.
Dick.
I think it's something that I would definitely get stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
There it is. I sent you the artwork.
All right, sweet.
All right.
All right, I'll get that updated here at some point later.
All right.
Next up.
All right. So here is the revamped version of Damn You Hollywood extended song with a Slipknot Marilyn Manson vibe, incorporating aggressive energy and chaotic lyrical structure. Ready?
Oh, okay. Hold up. Give me the genre once again. Slipknot.
Okay. Well, I actually should also send you the lyrics.
I think you did. You sent them to me. They're in the chat, right?
Let me send them to you again because now I'm not really sure.
Okay. This is Dave's, right?
This was the ones that this is the ones where Dave sent me lyrics and I zhuzhed them up.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
That's what I think you sent me.
Yeah, this is the ones where Dave sent me lyrics and then I threw them back into ChatGPT and I'm like, here, zhuzh this up for me. So that's what I just sent you.
All right, got it. Hold on just a second.
I want to sing. God damn you, Hollywood! Remakes drowning where the legend stood. Twist the past till it bleeds dry. Where visions die, where prophets fly. Take a masterpiece.
I do not have these lyrics.
I just sent them to you.
No. What I'm saying is, now you son of a bitch. I'm saying that I did not get these earlier. What I thought I had earlier are not these. So
okay,
that's great.
God damn you, Hollywood! Remakes drowning where the legend stood. Twist the past till it bleeds dry. Where visions die, where prophets fly. Take a masterpiece, break it apart, turn the soul to dust without a heart. Original smothered, innovations weak. Hollow echoes, no words to speak. God damn you, Hollywood! Where the gold's gone, but the fool's still good. Your films are shells, your scripts are lies. Drown in mediocrity, watch it rise. God damn you, Hollywood! Almost sounds like not like a kind of like a rap metal kind of a thing, like a Rage Against the Machine, but like Biohazard, like something like that. God damn you, Hollywood! Suffocating stories under layers of wood. Bigger, louder, dumb, bland. No future, just supply and demand. Inflate the budget, make it obscene. God, Rob would love that. But no one cares if the canvas is clean. Franchise machines, no soul inside. Cashing in on the corpse you hide. Scripts a mess, the plot's undone. No vision, just a rerun. God damn you, Hollywood, where the cash flows like it never should. Shallow stories buried in mud, feeding machine with empty blood. God damn you, Hollywood. Ooh. A broken world where nothing's understood. Panic, profit, IP reigns, no spark of genius, just money in change. Twist the knife, bleed it dry. You're a monster, Hollywood. Why even try? And this just goes on.
Dang.
Yeah, it's rough.
This is mean.
Yeah.
Tonight you're in luck for criticism that doesn't suck. Welcome to Damn You Hollywood, where we tear down the lies like you never could. Woo! All right. So give me your genre. I said I can't. I don't want to
put metalcore.
In here.
Metalcore, industrial, thrash, riot. Hardcore.
All right. So just
all the genres.
See. I can tell you that sometimes I've tried some hardcore songs, and I'm not the guy to be a judge of that genre, so it's good that you're here. And this is going to be Damn You. What is this called?
Damn You Hollywood extended song.
Extended. All right, let's see what we get here. Like I said, metal is could sometimes be okay. Suno can get it. It sounds kind of mushy sometimes, but let's see what we get.
All right,
here we go. Damn You Hollywood extended song.
God damn you, Hollywood! Remain shrouded where the legend stood. Twist the past till it bleeds dry. Where vision dies, where prophets fly.
Sounds like OTEP.
Break it apart. Turn
Yeah.
the soul to dust without a heart. Original slugger, innovation's weak. Hollow echoes, no words to speak. God damn you all in one. When the gold's gone, but the food's still good. Your fills are shells.
I like that lyric.
Lies. Drowning me, everything watch it rise. God damn you all in one. Suffocating stories under layers of wood. He's a louder, dumb and bland. No future, just a blind demand. Inflate the budget, make it obscene.
I'm trying to tell if we've got a different vocalist. Yeah. Sometimes we'll throw another vocalist in there.
Shallow stories buried in mud, feeding the machine with acting blood. God damn you all in one. A broken world where nothing's understood. Panic, profit, IP reigns. No spark of genius, just money and chains. Twist the knife, bleed it dry. You're a monster, all in one. Why even try? Sucking the life from what's been told. Burn it down, watch the lies unfold. The machine grinds, the masses cheer.
So we're going back to
Realize something they'll never hear. Cut it down. Repackage the tale, another sequel bound to fail. A cinematic graveyard where dreams are sold, but every story's just getting old. God damn you all in one. Suffocating stories under layers of mud. The
What?
silver screen, a dying star doomed to repeat. Never get far.
Where the fuck are we? I can't figure it out.
Misunderstood. Tonight you're in luck.
All right.
For criticism that doesn't suck. Damn you all in one. I would tear down the lies like you never could.
Wow. Okay.
That last bit would be great for an intro if I wasn't stuck on wanting to still do Hooray for Hollywood.
Okay, so we got a whole fucking like another minute to go. We've already hit the end of the lyrics. Okay, let's listen to the second one here. I mean, okay. As far as this one goes,
Those are
I
right.
like sort of it's I like the sound. It did a lot better than I thought it would.
Mhm.
The jumping around is not fun. Because it fucking skipped like this whole chorus, and then it was down here, and then I think it went back up and went back down again. I have no idea. So
Let's get that second iteration going.
Yeah, let's see.
God damn you all in one. We're like drowning where the legends stood. Twist the past till it bleeds dry. Where vision dies, while profits fly. Take a masterpiece, break it apart. Turn the soul of dust without a heart. Original slogan, innovation's weak. Hollow echoes the words to make. God damn you all in one. Where the gold's gone, but the fall's still good. You fills the shells, you scripts the lies. Drowning mediocrity, watch it rise. God damn you all in one. Suffocating stories under layers of wood. Bigger, louder, dumb and bland. No future, just a quiet demand. It's like the budget, make it obscene. But no one of the canvas is clean. Flash machines are so inside. Catching in on the club's line. Strips the master plots undone. No vision, just a rerun. God damn you all in one. Where the gold's gone, but the fall's still good. The films are shells, the scripts are lies. Drowning mediocrity, watch it rise.
Yeah, it comes again.
God damn you all in
We should be here.
Where the gold's
Right.
gone, but
What do you think of this one?
the films are shells, the scripts are lies. Drowning
I'm having trouble with the vocals. That's just me. I want to test.
Go ahead. What are you thinking?
I was just gonna say I want to try and throw clean vocals in,
Okay.
and I want to take out industrial just to see what it does. Just to see. What you
Okay.
really want industrial? Was that
No, no.
specified?
Because I didn't want like 100% metalcore, so I was trying to like
So I
was trying to like
get something else into
like
it.
blend up the genres a bit.
I got you. Okay, well let's.
Have you ever heard the Heretic Anthem by Marilyn Manson?
Probably not.
Something along those lines. But do your thing. Take out
All right.
industrial and put in clean vocals. See what we get.
Okay. Metalcore, clean vocals, thrash, riot, hardcore.
Up tempo.
Oh,
You're already doing a thing.
I mean, I could put up tempo and just do another generation.
Okay.
See what we get. All right, let's play at these first two. Just see what we get.
Sooner does not like fast songs.
Does not like what?
Fast songs. That's one I like the best so far.
Yeah.
So far, that's the best out of what we've heard. It's closer to what I was thinking.
Say that again.
It's the closest to what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
The plot's undone, no vision, just a rerun. I tell you Hollywood, where the cash flows, like an ever shine. Shallow stories buried in mud, feeding on the sea with empty blood. God damn you Hollywood, a broken
Yeah.
nothing's understood.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get this.
Petty profit, ugly ways, no spark of genius, just money and chains. Just a knife, bleed it dry. You're a monster, Hollywood, why you try? Sucking the life from what's been told. Burn it down, watch the lies unfold. God damn you, Hollywood, it's an no stop.
It's like, fuck the rest of that chorus. That was pretty funny. It just screamed. Went into a guitar solo. Now let's see what happens here. Should be. Yep. Okay.
Just getting old. God damn you, Hollywood! Suffocating stories under layers of wood. The machine grinds the message. Blood real on something they'll never hear. Cut it down, read package a tale. Another sequel bound to fail. A cinematic breakdown retrieves the soul. And every story's just getting old. God damn you, Hollywood! Suffocating stories under layers of wood. Criticism that doesn't suck. Welcome to Damn You Hollywood, where we tear down the lies like you never could.
I don't know what the fuck happened there. That was funny.
Okay,
So
what's the next one?
she dropped like all of this practically.
That's fine. We're fine.
I mean, I definitely. Oh, Mark Radulich.
What is happening here?
I don't know. We got a whole other minute left to go. We got some fucking sleep.
Yeah,
coming
like
in.
drop
Or
the
some-
rest of that. Jesus Christ. When the
That's
lyrics
probably
stop,
gonna get
stop
insane.
the song. We're like a whole other song.
It's gonna kick. It'll pick back up here in a second. But I'll go ahead and go. Let's go to the next one here. Let's just see what we get. Now I dug that.
God damn you, Hollywood!
Oh, this is even better.
Just done. Twist the best and the blades fly. Where vision dies, while profits fly. Take your master breaks, work it apart. Turn the soul to dust without eyes. Original father innovations wake. Hollow echoes, no words to speak. God damn it, Hollywood! When the goal's gone, but the force still gone. Your films are shells, your scripts.
Pick it up, Kane. Look out.
Yep, there you go.
Suffocating stories under layers of wood. Bigger, louder, dumb and bland. No future, just a lie and demand. You fight the button, make it obscene. But no one cares if the canvas is clean. And the master race, make it apart. Turn the soul to dust with the eyes of wine.
That was all fucking hallucination.
No vision, just a rerun. When the goal's gone,
I love it. This is what I wanted.
Suffocating stories of the layers of
Where are we at? Okay, we're here.
But no one cares if the canvas is clean. Franchise machines, no soul inside.
Yeah. This is the best yet. Like, if it's,
What's
the
that?
one to beat. This is the one to beat.
This is the one to beat. All right.
Yeah. So good.
We're right here.
Profit, IP raise, no spark of genius, just money and chains. Press the knife, clear and dry. You're a monster, Hollywood, why even try? Sucking the life from what's been told. But until once the lies unfold. Where the gold's gone, but the false still gone. You train the soul.
Where the hell?
You think you're gone, no meaning left, just endless rain. You're feeding the beast you never hate. God damn, you only one. Where genius falls, and voices of fall. Don't see crimes.
Okay, we're here. All right, we're here.
Something you'll never yell. Cut him down, your back is a tail. Another sequel, rounds of fails. Cinematic graveyard with dreams are sold. But every story's just kidding.
All right, bring it home. Bring it home.
When the girl's gone, but the flow's still gone.
And now we're.
The lights go
Oh
down.
boy.
Just lost its gone. The cell is gray, the dying star. Don't repeat, never get far. God damn, you only one. Think you're strangled, misunderstood.
Okay, we're down here.
Now you're in luck for criticism that doesn't suck. Welcome to damn you, Hollywood, where we tear down the lies like you never could. Well, we tear down the lies like you never could.
Somebody just stop.
10 more seconds. All right. So.
All right.
Okay,
I want to hear the
here's-
other two iterations after we threw an up tempo, but right now that's the one to beat. I fucking love that. It's perfect just the way it is.
That's so. That
What is your
there is
problem?
hallucinations all over that fucking. I could not keep up with it because it would bounce up down here and then go back up here and start reading shit. And I mean, there's probably like 5 hallucinations that happen in that.
Nobody
whole song.
listening to that song cares what the lyrics are.
What? You fucking created the lyrics, and they're great. And you can't. They're not going to be. I mean, these are good lyrics that need to be part of it. All right, here we go.
Don't tell you Hollywood. We'll be excited what the legend stood. There's a path to the place die where vision dies while nothing fly. Take a masterpiece, break it apart. Turn the soul and dust without a heart. Original smothered, innovation's weak. How the wind goes down, words to speak. Don't tell you Hollywood. Where the gold's gone, but the soul's still gone. Films or sounds, just flips on lies. Showing me how to watch and rise. Don't tell you Hollywood. Suffocating stories of the layers of light. Bring your world, I jump and plan. No future, just apply to that. If with the budget, we cannot see. With no one cares if the canvas is clean. Fresh on the sheets, no soul inside. Cashing in on the cause you hide. Cause the best the book's undone. No vision, just a content.
Now, let's see if this chorus actually is this chorus, because this is a fucking good chorus, but I have a feeling it's going to jump back up to here. Let's see.
Where the gas flows right through that bright shine. Shallow stories where we run. Save the machine with empty blood. Can't tell you why. I'm a broken road with nothing to the one. Not a country, I'd be raised. No spark of genius, just money and chains. Twist a knife, bleed and try. You're a monster, all of the one, why you try? Stuck in the light for what's been told. Burn it down, watch the lies unfold.
Oh, shit!
I'll tell you all the why. When the clothes got but the full still good. You felt the shells, his grips on lies. Trying to mediocrity, watch it rise.
I don't like this as much as the one before, I can say that.
What's that?
It's good, don't get me wrong, but the one before it's still the best.
You like
let's
the
get-
Mark's in a
You're
hurry.
smart.
Let's get to number 3 or 4 here. All right, here we go. Here's number 4. Let's see what this sounds like. We can stop this in the middle. Just let me know when.
Goddamn you, Hollywood! You tell me where the legend stood. Twist the past on the bleach, draw revision, dive for profit fly. Take a masterpiece, break it apart, turn the soul to...
Not good. All right.
Not even close.
So we're going for this one, I think, is the one I
Yeah.
think you liked.
Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah, hit me again, Johnny.
Goddamn you, Hollywood! Well, next time when the legend stood, twist the past on the bleach, fly. Where vision dies, while profits fly. Take your masterpiece, work it apart.
Right.
We're good. All right. All right. So there you go.
That's
Take a
the one,
masterpiece.
man.
All right. Well, then, I mean, I don't know how faithful you want this to be to your lyrics. It's not. We get about here, and then it gets insane. I don't know how much.
What do you mean by
I mean,
insane? Like, does it start reading off recipes from a cookbook?
Okay. Just listen.
No, just tell me.
I listened. So as we were listening to this song,
Yeah.
it starts about in here somewhere, if I remember correctly, and
Yeah.
then as soon as it hits the second chorus, like this chorus doesn't get read at all.
Okay.
It comes back up here, jumps up, I think, into this chorus, and then does this verse again, twice.
Okay.
This gets said again.
I'm
Okay,
with
that's
that.
fine. And then when you get into here, it mashed. I mean, I couldn't even make sense of it. I was trying to figure out like what words were coming from where. I mean, it all like
It like, okay.
I don't know. I couldn't tell what was going on. Let me see if I can find an example of what it sounded like here, because I'm pretty sure.
Well, do you have a way of actually?
Say it again.
Do you have a way of actually looking at the lyrics of that iteration?
I mean, this is the lyrics over here. Are you talking about like to play it where it's at?
Well, no. I mean, you're saying
me
this
see
like
if-
mashing these together, so I want to be able to read them and see what you're talking about.
Oh no, there's no like the AI singing is not matching up with these lyrics, and there's no way to see what the AI is singing. So it's not like it's saying, as far as I know. Let me just look at something here real quick, just to see. We can. Let's just take a look and see if this doesn't, because I remember them talking about. No, that's not it. Let me go back.
Yeah, I mean, we might just have to.
Let me
accept
try.
the way it is, pal.
I know that's what I'm fine with it. You know, you want this is not my song. This is not me. You know, I have created the song. I've gone that far. You've heard my criticisms of it. So if you want to accept it as it is, I am not going to fight you on it.
Okay, but you could not be less upset. You could not be more upset that I'm just accepting it the way it is. You're like,
Okay.
no, I want to fix it. But I don't feel like
This-
you have a good way of fixing this. That's my problem.
There is a good way of fixing this. We take your lyrics and we
Yeah.
break it down like we used to. So we
Okay.
do one set of these first, like the first verse and the chorus, and then you remember how we would then go into it and say, okay,
Yeah.
from here we add this, and then from here we add this. But the problem
That's not gonna
is
strip
that
the whole tone of the song, isn't it?
it the way it sounds right now, it's going to be a bit different as far as like it's still going to sound like this. That's all going to be there. However, there may be some. They may read this. There may be some different cadence when it comes to how it reads.
Do this at karaoke. I feel like you're.
Like I said, it's not my song. It's completely up to you. I'm not going to sit there and say that.
No, but
You know, hey-
you're a part of this, And if you're not
Okay.
satisfied,
Well, if I'm a part of this, then be ready
Mhm.
because it's going to take about 15, 20 minutes to get this thing right at the most.
God.
That's where the problem lies, sir. You want to accept this because you're running out of time, but damn, we've got if you don't, and that's fine with me. I have no problem with that. If you like the way this sounds and you don't want to invest the time in it, then let's roll with it. We'll go ahead and we'll say it is what it is. So let me just point out. We're right here. Well, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
We're going good there. All right, let's go into this.
Yep.
Okay.
Spark of genius, just money and chains. Press the knife, clear and dry. You're a monster, Hollywood, why even try? Sucking the life from what's been told. Burning down what's the lies unfold.
Okay, it's sounding good. What? Where the fuck? We're back up here.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, what the fuck did it just say there? Let me rewind this. Tell me what it said. Okay, we're right here. Here we are. Okay. Maybe I'm being too critical. Maybe I just wasn't following it well.
So.
Maybe it's
Maybe.
because it may have skipped this or got into this later. I have no idea. Okay, we're here. So it threw a extra line in between here. I think that's what threw me off because I thought it was going back up here and reading this. So and we get it.
Just for criticism that doesn't suck. Welcome to damn you Hollywood, where we tear down the lies like you never could. Well, I tear down the lies like you never could.
Okay, 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Remember that.
Okay.
So we've got to crop it right there.
39.
Still don't understand how to use this. 39. 0. And then, so that is right there. So that means I should be able to grab that, bring it back. And then actually, we should probably just make this 340 because it's ignorant.
Yep.
All right, let's crop this and see what we get. It is stupid. It's stupid.
Okay.
All right. So here is our cropped version. And let's just make sure it ends decent. Starts out good. Okay. I love that. I love it. At least that worked
great.
well.
Give me the last.
Let's go ahead and
20 seconds. One more time.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Welcome to damn you Hollywood, where we tear down the lies like you never could. Well, I tear down the lies like you never could.
There you go.
Cut
There
print.
it is. The Damn You Hollywood extended song. Let me go ahead and add that to. Nope. Gotta right click that and add it to our album.
So it occurs to me that we have like the Damn You Hollywood logo, but we actually don't have art for like Damn You. We essentially gave the Damn You Hollywood logo to Hooray for Hollywood, but we don't actually now have art for Damn You Hollywood.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and head to. Are you? Have you already generated something?
No, I just
Okay.
did the Damn You Hollywood logo, but eventually I'm gonna have to put this on YouTube, and we're gonna need new art for just Damn You Hollywood. So I would say,
see what
like,
you're
let's
saying.
take the lyrics and just throw it into a generator and see what it gives us. I liked when we did
Oh
that with
boy.
dinosaurs.
Oh boy. All right. Let's let me do. Let's do this. So let me go to Zuno, take our lyrics,
Yep.
and I'm going to have ChatGPT create a prompt for it. So let's do.
Okay.
Here are the lyrics for our
Song. Just call it Damn You Hollywood.
podcast
Yeah.
song. Damn You Hollywood. Come up with a prompt for an image generator based off of the lyrics. All right. Watch it give me a red flag. Nope. Oh, that's good. All right. Created chaotic dystopian Hollywood landscape where the iconic Hollywood sign is crumbling. Partially submerged in fog or smog, surrounding the sign are giant broken movie reels, scattered film strips, and shattered pieces of gold statuettes. The sky is dark, filled with smog, and in the distance you see towering, soulless corporate skyscrapers with flashing lights and dollar signs. Near the foreground, a once great movie director's chair lies abandoned and broken, with ghostly silhouettes of forgotten film legends float like fading memories. The atmosphere is bleak, with faded movie posters and torn scripts blowing in the wind. In the shadows, in the shadows, robotic machines grind away, churning out bland remakes and reboots on an assembly line, their gears dripping with oil and cash. The overall tone should feel like a critique of creativity being consumed by greed and profit-driven mediocrity. Okay.
That's all awesome.
All right. Let's go take this. We're going to head to, let's see what ideogram will come up with. All right, there it is. We're generating.
Right,
it's a beautiful thing.
I see that.
Somebody has created. These are some really neat. It does text very well. Like, here's a mini cyber sheep. We're 26 complete. Right here's what we're looking for. It'll pop. It'll give us 4 iterations.
Okay.
Ideogram. Yeah, I've used it quite a bit. It does a good job of sticking with the style. All right.
Okay, hit me, Daddy.
Number 1. Well, they almost all look the same. There's number 1. And number 2. I'm trying to see what we got here. I'm just trying to.
It really should say Damn You Hollywood.
Well, you know what? Let's put that in here. The text should read. Actually, text on the picture, on the image, should read, Damn You.
Did I tell you I made a Damn You Hollywood shirt for my TeePublic store, and it got nerfed by the city? The city of Hollywood, the town. It got nerfed by whatever government body runs actual like Hollywood, Los Angeles, because it was like a critique of Hollywood.
I had no idea that.
Yeah, I got DMCA'd because of it. Because I was being critical of Hollywood.
Bummer.
Yeah. Look, all
right, we're waiting here.
Half my shirts got DMCA'd. That's why I haven't.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Like I can only do so many.
All right, here we go. It does not say Damn You Hollywood anywhere.
See, when I did mine, I had no problem with that.
All right, let's try this.
Maybe put that at the top.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Because I mean, other than that, I like the image.
It should say.
What would you say if I was a monkey on a string?
Sing it, Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews. All right. Almost every single one of these is just about the same.
Yeah. I will say that I have.
All right. It still isn't doing the damn you Hollywood. What do you think? You think we should just go ahead and do ChatGPT, see what it comes up
Go
with?
back to ChatGPT, yes.
All right.
And make sure you say right at the top, say I need an image. And because when I did mine, and I think I used ChatGPT, I had no problem with it. Obviously, it's I need to see the words. I need to see the words "Damn you, Hollywood" in this image.
Okay.
Those are cool images, though. I think if I wasn't stuck on stuck on that part of it, I would have used one of those.
Well, it's funny because I said, yeah, it does text really well, and it did not do text really well. Create this image and have it say "Damn you, Hollywood."
Yes.
Across
the landscape.
The landscape. There we go. All right. Don't you? You. This issue. Let's try it again. Or not. There we go. Come on, create image. There it comes. Come on, it's doing it. It's thinking. It's going. It seems that I'm unable to generate the requested image as it does not comply with content policies. However, I can help. Yeah. All right, I've got one more spot here. Give me a second. Let's go to. Let's head to where I want to go. Not Bing. I want to go to not Korea.
I can't remember which one I used to create it. I thought I used ChatGPT, but maybe I didn't.
Where do I want to go to? Korea? No, that's not where I want to go. I want to go to Leonardo. Leonardo.ai. That's where I want to go. Get us there. Take us. You ever use Leonardo?
No, and I honestly don't remember what I used last time that actually came up with the image that we're using for the background tonight.
All right, let me log in here real quick. I might actually log me in. So let me grab that prompt once again. I want to make sure. See if we have any
the
luck.
part that says, make sure you say "Damn you, Hollywood" on there.
I'll have it. Okay, we want to create an image. And I clicked on image creation. There we go. That's not what I want. I want this. You Hollywood.
Yeah, you spelled "should" wrong, by the way. You misspelled.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Across the top. There we go. Generate.
Give it to us.
All right, let's see if this does text. Please, please, please. Give it to me, baby.
Give it away now.
Hey, look at that guy. That guy's got a cool Cyberforce shirt on. My previous images there. Come on, Leonardo.
When I did the same thing, when I did
AI, I mean, it does make them.
When I had ChatGPT do the description of me, based on my interactions with it, and then it generated that one picture. That was a really cool looking picture. I showed it to my kids, and I was like, "We don't get it." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Well,
okay,
we've got problems.
The third one over is the is the best out of all three of them, unfortunately. Well, no, even that one's far.
Unfortunately, all of them are fucked up. We got Hollywood.
Okay, so
Hollywood.
can you throw back in the description? Don't repeat the word Hollywood. Just have it say, "Damn you, Hollywood."
Okay. Dystopian Hollywood.
Incorporate "damn you" into the Hollywood sign. Don't write it twice.
Let's do this. We'll just put across the top. It should say "damn you."
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And then it should be okay.
Yeah, then that should be fine.
All right. While we're waiting on this to generate. Let me see what we got. What was our most? So we did 2 songs tonight. Let's head over to the library real quick. Just to take a look as our playlist continues. Radulich and Broadcasting. The album has 7 songs. Bad Man Sid.
Bad Man Sid.
late edition.
That
Just
was so
because we
fun.
got tired of talking about Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
Batman Sid made good trouble. He killed Keats and attacked
Tell you how many
some
times I've
friends.
played that.
Jackson
All right.
and helped them eat.
Oh
Shut
man.
up.
Family's Fast and Furious. What the hell is going
Oh my
on?
god.
All
Oh,
right.
wait. The second one.
Okay, that
that's
almost looks okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
That's
Nothing
where
is
it
misspelled. Everything is great.
All right.
Print.
Cut
Looks-
print.
It
All
looks
right,
perfect.
we're downloading it. Here it is.
That looks like a singles.
Download
album
the
cover.
image.
All right, we got it, Jesse.
Yes. It's done. It's
It's
done.
done.
1 hour, 52 minutes. We got 2 songs in. What do you think, Mark Radulich? What's up next, actually? What's the next one we're going to be working
I
on?
think we have to do Long Road to Ruin. Well, I'm going to give you a choice. We either do the same thing, but for Long Road to Ruin, so I can get rid of the Foo. Well, I've gotten rid of the Foo Fighters a while back, but I've been using like YouTube generated music. So we can either do Long Road to Ruin, or we can go back to the premise of this entire affair and take the moments. And I'll tell you, Jesse, I've been going back through the David Simon stuff, like I said, because that's the only things I didn't cut for TikTok. I put them to the side. I think we need to do a song about how I don't ever stop talking about The Wire.
Dude, we had a list at one point. I might have it somewhere.
That's on
Of
it. I can tell you that's
songs.
on it.
Yeah, that was there. I was going to
Mhm.
say ideas for thongs. Yeah, for thongs.
Thong.
A wire thong. That's crazy. But yeah, that's definitely should be one of them.
All right, let's do that one next then. Let's take a break from redoing all my themes, and let's
I
just
like it.
do a song dedicated to how Mark doesn't stop talking about The Wire.
Wow, goodness. That
I will-
sounds like a plan. So why don't you work on a couple verses and I'll work on a
Mhm.
couple verses. You might have to throw me something that you're thinking. I mean, obviously we have an idea of the premise,
Yeah,
but if you
I'm
want this to tell a story or whatever, I don't know.
All right, so our next session's probably going to be like December. Because next month we're doing comics and we're doing City of Bane. And then our next sessions is December 8th.
Okay.
So I'm going to put in the comments for this a song about how I don't ever shut up about The Wire. A song about how I talk about The Wire. Yeah, I'm going to totally like go into ChatGPT and I'm going to like explain to it that, like I have, I'm going to write this whole like paragraph and then be like, now, generate me a bluesy, because it's got to sound like Down in the Hole, right? So I'm thinking for this one, like a Steve Earle, who's the other one? It's Tom Waits, kind of.
I like it. Yeah.
Down in the hole,
hole,
kind of a bluesy thing, and it's gonna be, and the lyrics are all just a reflection of how I relate every podcast and every movie and every TV show back to The Wire.
Take the lyrics from Down on the Hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then say, look at these lyrics, and then please substitute my love for The Wire inside these lyrics, and then we take that and we take it to
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
So yeah, I'll have some. I'm gonna send you some lyrics between now and December, and then you can take it and kind of zhuzh it up the way you want it to, and then we'll have lyrics ready to go for the next
Ooh.
show.
Yeah, that
And
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, and then we'll work on art during the show.
All right. All
All
right.
right, folks, that's it. That's our episode of Sessions. Got it just under 2 hours. Jen asked me today, she's like, "How long is this going to be?" And I'm like, "It's not going to be 2 hours.
Hour at most.
No, we can't. We can't fucking order lunch on this network under 2 hours. Fuck that." All right. So speaking of under 2 hours, tomorrow myself and Robert Winfree are going to do the top 10 worst movies of the year on streaming services. The list is Lift, Founders Day, Unfrosted, Night Swim, Atlas, The Outlaws, Space Cadet, Jackpot, Damsel, and Uglies. There's definitely one or two of those that I pulled off this list that are going to make my bottom 5, unless I see something really bad between now and the end of the year. And that's it for Wednesday. I'll be on Movies That Don't Suck. Oh, we'll be doing Piece by Piece, which is going to make my top 10. Piece by Piece was wonderful. If you haven't, I don't know how much you know about Pharrell, but if you have a chance, I know like you're probably not going to go to the theater to see it, but if you can have an opportunity to sail the high
Lego
seas,
movie?
Yeah, the Lego movie about Pharrell.
Okay.
They basically did a documentary about his music career, and but they did it where they replaced the footage of people with Legos. It's great. And then Anna Kendrick's directing debut, Woman of the Hour, which is on Netflix, which is about the serial killer that went on the dating game back in the late 70s.
Yeah. I watched the documentary on that too.
Yeah,
Crazy.
The movie's pretty good. She did a good job, I think, as a first-time director. It was an interesting movie. I got up and I started sweeping the house, so there were parts where I'm just like, I don't need to be that focused on this. But I would not say it's a bad movie necessarily. So, so that's what's going on. And then after that, I will be doing a podcast with Alexis. She'll be hosting. We're going to be talking about Hysteria, which is the 8-episode show on Peacock about the Satanic Panic. And that is all for me this weekend. Jesse, what do you got going on?
Oh, last week on the Source Material Comics podcast feed, you can hear myself and Al Sedano celebrate 10 years of Source Material goodness, where we discussed Quantum and Woody. That was our celebratory discussion. Al come on there, and I hadn't talked to him for a while, so it was good. And I know he's getting his podcast back on the air here pretty soon. But Quantum and he took a nice little hiatus, and of course we were supposed to record here last week. You guys had some kind of hurricane come through or something. I don't know.
That's right. That would have affected him. Yes.
So we kind of postponed things a little bit for volume 2 of Quantum and Woody. But I'll tell you right now, Quantum and Woody, Christopher Priest, that was a fantastic 8 issues. And I mean, for late 90s stuff, I was really, really impressed. Then tomorrow you can check out Aztec #1, DC's Aztec #1, where myself and Evan Bevins and Chris Armstrong get together, I believe, and talk about this DC new superhero #1. That's right. Came out in, I want to say it was the late 90s, mid 90s. Anyway, that's for Unspoken Issues, where we talk about 90s comics. And that is all she wrote.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us here on this episode of Sessions with my baby love, Jesse Starcher. I'm Mark Radulich. Be well, be safe, and behave.